Live from the Melon Madness studio in Minneapolis, I give you Ryan Robinette.
I swear some days I can't catch a break. Sometimes it's all too much to take. And when it feels just like I'm going off the tracks, she calls me up and brings me back. Every time that girl talks, it takes the weight right off my chest. I could get so lost in anything she says. No, there ain't a drink, there ain't a drug that can do what she does. When this crazy world is spinning out of control, it stops every time that girl talks, yeah. Don't know how she does it, but she does it. She knows all the words that turn my worries into nothing. And when it feels just like I'm going off the tracks, she calls me up, and just like that, every time that girl talks, it takes the weight right off my chest. I could get so lost in anything she says. No, there ain't a drink, there ain't a drug that can do what she does. And this crazy world is spinning out of control. It stops every time that girl talks, yeah. Every time that girl talks, yeah. I can get so lost. Every time that girl talks, it takes the weight right off my chest. I can get so lost in anything she says. No, there ain't a drink, there ain't a drug that can do what she does. When this crazy world is spinning out of control, it stops every time that girl talks, yeah. Every time that girl talks, yeah. Oh, every time that girl talks, yeah. Every time that girl talks, yeah.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Melon Madness. We are your hosts. My name is Alex, and I'm joined here by Kendall, and we've got throwback vibes today because it's Thursday, and we've got some amazing new products.
Yes, so today at 10 a.m. we are releasing the original beanie that came out 6 years ago. It features Love Your Melon's first ever patch. You can see modeled by us and on all these heads. It is in 5 different colors that we have all up here today. What else can you tell us about this, Alex?
Well, we were thinking,
Excited?
I was thinking about it because we've had, so this is the original color, the first original color, and this is the second. And we've had both original ones that Zach and Brian first created framed in the office. It was kind of like an ode to when they first started Love Your Melon. And now we have the opportunity to not only bring that original patch back, but in some of the original colors that they had. And you see it walking around. I've seen a few people here in Minneapolis with those original colors. And now you have the opportunity to actually go onto our website in about 10 minutes tickets and pick up the first beanie and the first patch that we ever designed. So I think that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
What's the other beanie down there on the left?
So at 5 o'clock, this is super exciting. You can see it on me. We are releasing our tribute to Zach Sobiech, the beanie. You can see it has red and white yarn, and it features Zach Sobiech's signature with a reflective patch.
And we released this about a couple years ago when Zach was still alive, and now we have the opportunity to give back to the Children's Cancer Research Fund at Masonic Children's Hospital and the programs that they support. And we'll actually talk a little bit about that. But we've got 4 different styles. We've actually got the palm, the beanie, the cuff beanie, and the headband. So we're really looking forward to that. If you guys do have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to our team. We're definitely looking forward to that. And if you are on the Facebook stream, don't forget to share that live stream. We will actually be sending out a care package of a few different samples here to you guys directly, and we'll be reaching out for that. So if you are on the Facebook stream, go ahead and send it out and share it with your friends and your family, and we'll be able to add you into that giveaway right away.
Alex, one more exciting feature about the Zach Sobiech beanie that you can get in the palm, cuffed, and headband that I want to make sure that all of our viewers know is that $10 of every product gets donated back.
That's
for these special
fantastic.
products.
That's
Yes.
fantastic. Well, without further ado, we would like to bring on our guest today. As most of you know that have been joining in, we always have a featured guest as well as a featured artist, and we would like to bring on a very special guest. We'd like to bring on Laura Sobiech, mother of Zach Sobiech, not only the author of Fly a Little Higher, but also a great friend of Love Your Melon. So can we get a round of applause for Laura? Hi, Laura. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you guys?
Doing well.
Awesome.
I guess the first question I have to ask is, what do you think of the new beanie?
I love it. I really do. It looks so much like the original, but I do love the reflective patch.
And you got a palm.
And I got a palm too. I love the palm. Yeah, this is awesome.
We were talking a little bit backstage before we actually went live, and I was telling Laura actually that my first beanie that I ever purchased from Zach and Brian was the Zach Sobiech edition hat.
I
And
know, that's
it was
so cool.
It was special back then. It really still means a lot to me now, and I'm really glad that we're able to bring it back and tie in a little bit of what we used to do with Zach and what we can kind of do going into the future.
Yeah, I am too. I'm so glad they're back because I know there's people out there who want them. So
Absolutely.
we have them now.
And with a palm.
And with a palm. I know, it's great. And I love that $10 is going to research osteosarcoma. So I work at Children's Cancer Research Fund
Yep.
as a community outreach coordinator, and that's where Zach Sobiech Osteosarcoma Fund is set up. And so I'm so excited because we partnered with you guys years ago
Yeah.
when Zach was still alive. And so I know he would just be so incredibly pleased
Yeah.
to, do this again.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
we're doing cool things.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about Zach's story?
Yeah. So Zach was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, 9 years ago now, when he was 14 years old.
Yeah.
And he battled osteosarcoma for 3.5 years. The last year of his life, he was trying to figure out ways to say what was really in his heart to his friends and family. I asked him to write letters to say goodbye, and just, one of the things about dying at any stage in life, but especially when you're young, is it's really awkward,
Yeah.
which is kind of a weird thing to say, but there's that struggle of like, how do you say those things that are really deep in your heart when sometimes people aren't ready to hear them, so there's that kind of balance. And so he really liked the idea of writing letters to say those things that really need to be said but too often don't get said because it's hard. What he ended up doing instead was writing songs. And his song that most people are familiar with is his song Clouds.
Clouds.
And that's how he did it. That's how he said goodbye to us. And I think one of the really cool things about that song is there's heartbreak. It's a heartbreaking song, but it's joyful too.
Yeah.
So I think it's really the kind of song that does what art is supposed to do, really kind of draw on all of those emotions. So that's what he did, and that's kind of how the world got to know him. But he was just a great kid who deep in his heart wanted to do everything he could to help other kids who were going to have to battle cancer too.
Yeah.
And so I'm just so excited that you're helping us do that.
And we're very happy to be bringing this beanie back and to be sharing Zach's story again after so many years. You know, Laura, I know that you've stayed very close with Children's Cancer Research Fund and, providing funds. Can you talk a little bit about what you've done in the past years to kind of, impact the pediatric cancer community?
Yeah, so we've had this incredible privilege just with Zach's story and how big it got. So as a family, we've had this incredible privilege to stay in this community and really connect with other families. Just on a very practical level, I work at Children's Cancer Research Fund now as a community outreach coordinator, as I mentioned. And so part of my job is just to really hang out with families, get to know families who are also battling cancer. And I know, your teams do that as
Absolutely.
well. Go out and meet these kids, and man, they're inspiring.
Yeah, they are.
They just are so incredibly resilient. They are always, these kids, just no matter what they're going through, they look for joy every day, and that's something that all of us should do.
Yeah.
We learn that from them. So I've been involved that way, but we've also, been active in sharing Zach's story to raise money for his fund, and we're really excited about the research that's been done at the University of Minnesota.
Yeah.
We've been able to do things that haven't been done because there wasn't any money.
Yeah.
And so far we've raised over $1.5 million for osteosarcoma.
That's fantastic.
research.
Can we get a round of applause for that? That's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, we're excited about that.
Well, we are very excited to be able to provide $10 from every Zach Sobiech hat
Awesome.
sent. For all those of you watching, I'm definitely looking forward to going to the website and purchasing a new version to go along with my old version. But thank you so much, Laura.
Oh, you're
really
welcome.
do appreciate
Thank
you coming
guys
on.
for doing this. I'm thrilled to be here.
Yeah, thank you.
So once again, we just want to remind you all to share the live stream from our Facebook page for a chance to win one of the products featured here today. We also want to thank you for your continued love and support in the fight against pediatric cancer. This is Alex and Kendall, and Laura, of course, signing off. See you soon.
That was awesome, you guys.
Play another song for you. I'd just like to thank Love Your Melon for letting me be a small part of this amazing organization and the work that they're doing. So thank you guys. Thank you, Mama Sobiech, for coming in. Really cool. And I'm gonna play this one for Alex. It's a throwback and by request. One of my first singles. We're at the bar, you're taking a sip, prepping that top shelf kiss. You're with your girls, you're making your rounds. Then the lights start coming down, the band starts playing, you start swaying. He asks you to stay, you just wanna get away. It's 10:30. You're a few drinks in, you're craving something. It ain't him when the whiskey gets to you. You get to me, it ain't hard to see what's going on. You pour it on strong, keeping it coming all night long. Push me away, then you pull me in closer, tangled in the dark like makers. You leave your mark and try to fight it, try to deny it, but there ain't no lying when the proof is on your lips. Yeah, when the proof is on your lips. Act like it's nothing, you're at my door. Somehow you dress